Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Play to Find Out Magic Dance.
Yay!
Yay, we're here. We're all very excited to get into this. So, let me do the housekeeping-y, pre-game streamy stuff, doohickey. We're doing Play to Find Out. This is just a group of role-playing shows we have on the channel. We have a bunch of, we have 3 going right now. And this is our Blades section unofficially, because this group was playing Blades previously, for about 20 sessions. We wrapped that up a few weeks ago, and they are, wow, I'm look at how good I am. Look at how good I am at streaming, you guys.
Are we not in the right boxes?
You weren't. Now you are.
Oh my goodness.
Now you are.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I'm such a good streamer. I'm the best streamer. And
if you want to see clips of all of Tux's streaming mistakes, check out the $500 level tier of Patreon. Tux Radavis' fake Patreon at Patreon.
Right, of course.
We need to start that. Like, Tux needs to start an actual Patreon, and then we need to start Tux's fake Patreon, and then have really outlandish things that we promise at ridiculously high levels, and then we'll actually do it.
Only have like 500 and 1,000 level rewards. Don't have like the $2 or $1 ones there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Awesome.
There's like a $5 reward that is, if we actually get any $500 or $1,000 rewards, then you can get a sneak peek of what we actually make for that. After, you'll get to see it also, but somebody else has to actually get that level first.
Tux Radavis, fake Patreon at Patreon.
Fake Patreon at Patreon.online. There you go.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Alice.
Alice, you're my favorite. I miss you.
What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, games. So this group was playing Blades previously. We wrapped that up a few weeks ago, and then we were like, hey, let's just keep this party train going, and we're swapping over to the game called Scum and Villainy, which is also Blades. It's a hack of Blades to turn it into a space opera game. So think like Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Wars, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, Firefly, all those sorts of like
Swan Song.
It's like sci-fi.
Regular show.
The what?
The last season of a regular show.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
The last season is like space.
I mean, there are a lot of like really good space operas.
No, yeah, there was a bunch of stuff, and there's like novels and comics and stuff that I'm not. I can go on.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a big influence in this game. But yeah, so like sci-fi, weird aliens, vaguely westerny type themes, and just cool shit going down. That is the vibe of the game. So the game's been changed around to work with that. So there's like a sector and planets, and we have a ship, and we got lasers and everything, and it's gonna be super cool. So, before we get into the game, and don't worry, we will have our other game tonight, Alice. Don't worry.
Now here's the question: is that Alice one of the other players?
Yes.
It is.
It's all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, Dom is apparently very quiet.
Oh yeah, if you can turn up just a bit. People are saying you're a little quiet. Yeah, so let's introduce our players, and then we will get into it. So first, Michael, tell us who you are and how you are.
Hi, I'm Michael Owen. I'm the founder and lead game designer for SwiftKite Design. I play in a lot of Tux's shows. I also occasionally do one-shots on other people's channels, including Kelsa's and Eric Vulgaris's. If you want to find out more about me, you can check me out on Twitter at MTOAllPro. I am also the GM and one of the setting writers for the maybe the favorite game I've ever run, Play to Find Out Longfall. which is on Wednesday nights and is set in the fictional flying city of Okewando, where our party plays police officers trying to deal with all the implications of being in a flying city. On the
We're good at our
West
jobs.
Coast. Sometimes you guys get your jobs. You guys accomplish your job often.
Sometimes we go above and beyond.
Sometimes you one shot the boss.
Is that what we call it?
A barrier.
Is that what we call it? Above and beyond?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that works.
Above and beyond the Call of Duty is code for breaking the law.
This is fine. This is good.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I have a pretty fleshed out character concept at this point.
Cool.
So I'm pretty hyped for this game. I'm pretty hyped for weird, sort of 80s-esque sci-fi extravaganza.
Awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be real good. If you haven't pieced the reference together, the name of the show is based on a David Bowie song, which we kind of just randomly were like, David Bowie, that's our musical inspiration for the game.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, PN. Yes, PN shoved that, and it was like, holy shit, that's amazing. Yes.
I did not realize how many albums David Bowie had.
Oh my god, yeah. He made so much shit.
Because you can like usually be like, okay, it's probably like an album every year or two. No, he cranked some out, man.
Yeah.
Faux show.
It was so much shit. Oh great.
Alice, I hope we don't let you down.
I know. Now great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, awesome. So Dom, how about you? Tell us who you are, what you've been doing, what you're up to. Any particular space opera stuff you like?
I go by Smooth Mage, but most people call me Dom. Everybody call me Dom, never Smooth Mage. Makes me sad. I came up with this cool internet persona, and everybody's like, you know what? You will be Dom from now on.
I call you Smooth sometimes.
And I appreciate you, MTO.
Thank you. My internet persona is not as good as your internet persona. I will say that.
No, you're saying you're still pretty quiet. If you could turn up just a tad more.
Can I?
Smooth Mage. Oh, there you go.
That's way better.
Well, I don't want to breathe into the mic. That's why I hadn't been to the...
Oh, yeah.
But, I just have to mute myself to make sure I don't breathe into the mic.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, I have to say I had to go with Outlaw Star as my favorite space scenario, anime-wise. Game-wise, it's obviously Mass Effect.
Nice, yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, that's another good one. Shit.
Because I'm not really into the sci-fi, but Mass Effect drew me in.
Cool.
And funny enough, I never watched any of the Star Wars until I started playing, what was it?
Probably like Amy
Battlefront 2 with my roommates when I was back in my first year of college, and it was like, Star Wars is amazing. Because it was basically like I got your bat, bro. Pew 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 pew.
Oh yeah, Battlefront 2 was so good. Yeah.
The new Battlefront is horrible.
Yeah.
There's no campaign mode.
Yeah.
And I hope they fix that in the next one because I love
it's very twitchy. Like it's very arcadey.
Yeah, it's very arcadious. No,
which is not as fun as the
you won't meet.
Yeah, literal meat for the grinder in the second one. It's just like, oh, I'm shot, I'm dead.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I do internet stuff. I play on people's channel. I DM on Pitbull's new D&D text play-by-post. I'm a GM there, so is MTO. I also play there. We're playing twins.
Nice.
Yes. I'm sad goth black elf. It's a lot of fun.
It's kind of funny because the cleric is not the main healer of our 2PO.
I'm not. I'm the damage dealer.
And I'm the I'll wrap you up because I got the monk of that healing hands. So I just slap on the back of people's heads like you've been healed. Hey, you want a little hit?
Yeah. He's also a stoner. I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
It's pretty good stuff.
Awesome. Kelsa, how about you? Who are you?
Hello, everybody.
What are you?
What am I?
Yes, and Farg is my boyfriend.
I stream things on the internet, mostly role-playing games on my channel and other people's channels. Earlier today, we had Love and Banterfill, which is a long-form game of Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Do a couple other shows. I'll do more shout-outs about that later on, but I've been doing pretty good. I'm still kind of getting off the hype of running a good show and zero technical difficulties. Episode 6, 0 technical difficulties. This first check mark. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
That's
cool.
me this week.
Any particular space opera stuff you like? Or bringing in?
Oh boy. I definitely say Firefly. For sure as a touchstone. Probably. I also consider Trigun to be a space opera.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
And it's a little bit more on the cowboy side of it, but that's always been, even though they don't actually go into space in that show, there's a lot of really interesting sci-fi tropes that I like.
Yeah.
Let's see. And also Farscape. Lots of aliens going around trying to just get your life together on the wrong side of the universe.
I totally forgot what mine was. Mine's Saga.
Yeah, Saga's good.
Saga, hands down. Yeah. Weird aliens and people with TVs for heads.
Oh my god, I love the robot people in that one. They're so cool.
Oh,
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Kelsa. I'm so sorry.
May I interject one more? I forgot about Borderlands.
Oh, Borderlands. Okay.
Borderlands sits in this weird place between sci-fi and post-apocalyptic fantasy.
Yeah.
Well, it's in space, and you got guns.
That's a good point.
Yeah, fair. Fair. I'll give you that. Actually.
Awesome. Rock on.
Do
And-
we have a mission of don't shoot you shot the sheriff, but you don't kill the deputy? There's a mission specifically for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The second one.
Bodacious Space Pirates is actually a very good space anime.
Oh.
I watched that a little bit, getting ready for a Star Number game I ran a while back.
Oh, sorry, and I almost completely forgot the webcomic Cassiopeia Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Also
I
good.
forgot one too. Space Dandy.
Nice.
I still haven't seen that.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
there's plenty of shit to use as
So-
touchdowns for space opera stuff. There's so much good shit.
Mhm.
And now that we've talked about all of it, Pian, what's your thing that you're bringing in? You can't mention anything that we've mentioned before. You're not allowed to.
You can mention whatever you like.
You can mention whatever you want.
If the boyfriend into frame would be like, honey, pick a thing, and then push him back down.
I was gonna say Firefly, honestly.
Cool. Yeah.
I just Firefly's just Firefly. I love
Firefly and Serenity are really great models for what this game is trying to emulate.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I definitely want to do something.
Mhm.
But with more crazy races.
Yes. Lots of I mean we're gonna have lots of aliens is a thing for this game. So we have lots of aliens. And then awesome. And just as a more general question, who are you, Pian?
Who am I? I'm a person who poses as an adult.
Sure.
Isn't.
I mean,
Most adults.
yeah.
So,
That's the
you know,
secret.
I'm
I'm pretty sure that's the secret to being an adult.
I'm 35 and I still don't feel like an adult, so
I'm pretty sure no one actually knows what they're
I'm
doing.
pretty sure I'm never going to.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm like right there in like you know. But yeah, that's me. I do things on the internet every once in a while. It's came down over the past couple months. I've gone down to 2 campaigns a week instead of my usual 4. So you know, it's a bit of a difference. But you can still find me here and on Henley's channel in like a couple weeks, maybe a couple more than a couple weeks. I don't know. At some point, I'll be back on Henley's channel, so you know, check that out.
Rock on. Awesome.
We've been informed that we need to take our shirts off, but I think that's against the terms of service.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't.
But if you go to Tux's fake Patreon, Anyway, at the $5,000 tier.
Yeah. Dom, aren't you offended that you were not on the list of guys to take your shirt off?
No, it's fine because I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a jacket.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, if you go to the fake
Wow.
if you go to the fake Patreon, you'll get to see the erotica version of this, Magic Pants.
Yes.
I want to say that
Oh
my
my
boyfriend
God.
did choose something for inspiration for this.
Uh-huh.
He just went with Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
Cowboy Bebop.
Good.
Oh yeah,
Good.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I swear somebody already said Cowboy Bebop. Otherwise, I would have mentioned it as well.
Mhm. It's that is also
I love
definitely a
the
really
music.
good one.
The music.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, yeah.
Music is
never
so
seen it.
good.
I actually found my old Zoom and it has Cowboy Bebop soundtrack on there, and I was listening to it.
Ah, nice.
And also Rise
Wow.
Against in Cedar, so it's like, yeah.
I had the Mass Effect 3 Moon of Palaven soundtrack.
Mass
Come
Effect
on.
1 is so good. It's so 80s. It feels so good.
I love Mass Effect. Let's play this game.
Yeah, cool. So, first thing we're going to do is make up some characters. Some of us have pretty well thought out ideas. Some of us are still kind of coming up with stuff. But now we're going to put finger to keyboard and actually make the sheets out. So I will pop us over to the
I
roll
already
20.
have a picture.
And luckily someone has made I can't remember his name. Chris? I think his name's Chris. But yeah, they have made character sheets on roll 20, and those are the ones we were using.
They're so good.
They're really
by the
good.
way. I actually think I like them a little bit better than the Blade sheets.
They're based
they're
off
so
of them and
easy.
kind of messed around with to work.
I think they're laid
work with
out a
this.
little bit better.
And yeah, they're messed
both
around with. They
still
look very.
amazing.
Here, I'll
Like,
pull one up.
They're better than I could ever make in a roll 20.
I'll pull one up here on the screen so you can see them, like magic.
Mm-hmm.
Boo boo boo! Look at that. They look real nice, laid out in all their glory with all the stuff you can do. Oh, here, I'll assign this one to you, PN.
Pardon?
Okay. You have a sheet now.
I have a sheet now. Yes.
HTML is basically magic, yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
They're very good. They have character, ship, and faction modes, so we have like a sheet for each thing. And yeah, so let's see. So let's do like a general concept for those of us that have a good idea of what they're doing. So Michael, I believe you have a pretty good concept of what you want to.
Yeah,
I have.
yeah. In true sci-fi fiction fashion, I want to have a character whose first name could also be their last name, or last name could also be their first name, and we don't really go by anything else. And we don't really know either way. Like John/Jane Shepard. So my character is a pilot named Bishop.
Cool.
Pilot named Bishop,
Mhm.
and he's kind of a wandering soul attempting to sow some wild oats. And the exact description of the pilot is ship handling wizard addicted to danger. So I think it's going to be pretty fun to play.
Nice, awesome. Dom, you also have a pretty good idea. What's your kind of your like spiel concept about them?
This character is a artificially created human by, I forgot which section it was in.
The Yaru?
The Yard.
The Yaru.
They create people. They thought, hey, what happens if we create people with force powers? And that was my serial number and coding. I went with the name Susha, because I spelled Shasha wrong.
However you want to pronounce it.
I'm just gonna roll with it, Susha.
Cool.
How I pronounce name. Last name Samus. That's the alias that he went under. Most of his family members of that cloning batch are super aggressive, while he's more laid back. He's a doctor. He works in the medical field, and he earned his freedom through, hard work and dedication. And apparently side effects of adding way powers to clones that were meant to die off after a certain time period was extended lifespan.
Yeah.
So in theory, like he's like 60 years old, but he still look like he's, late teens.
Yeah, the Yaru are basically like where people were like, hey, what if we grew people and then just had them do stuff for us?
All synths in Fallout.
Yeah, well, because the Yaru are like actually like organic people. They're not just like robots or that look like people. Like they like put the stuff in a vat to make them, and like they, and then they're like,
Because there's a clause in the, I guess, programming that after.
yeah, and they like
a certain
genetically then they like
age-
genetically modify them. They like build stuff into their brain to make them like die off after a certain amount of time, and like,
Well,
yeah,
so
they're
replicants.
yeah, kind of yeah, they're weird clone people.
Mm-hmm.
Most licensed Yaru have like a thing that designates them as a Yaru. Like they're like the high law of space says that they are not people, but they people are like there's a big controversy of such and such.
How sentient is sentient?
Right, yeah, and that can change, but depending on like the Yaru too, like because some have been just like modified, that have their like genetics modified enough that they're basically like they can follow simple commands, and then there's some like Susha who is like very very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Some say hyper intelligent, but I'm not a doctor, or am I?
Awesome.
And I'm highly religious. I say by the goddess, and I talk like Starfire from Teen Titan Go.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, cool. Kelsa, how about you?
Yeah, I had an idea. My character is using the Scoundrel playbook, which is kind of like your Han Solo character that is just like
Mhm.
ridiculously lucky and has some other cool powers. But instead of being Han Solo, they are a gel alien. Xenos are called gels, and this particular type of Xeno is called gel, and she has the ability to do inhuman feats. They have the ability to do inhuman feats that only their species can do, which includes some shapeshifting, but not like into a specific person, but maybe into a humanoid shape through holes, things that people made out of gel could possibly do.
Right, yeah.
Their normal form is like a half dome, kind of like you would see your typical
Like a gumdrop.
yeah, like a gumdrop, or the stereotypical Jello display.
Yeah.
There's
So is it
vaguely
racist to call
translucent.
you gumdrop?
Yes, super
Okay.
racist.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Hilariously, because
Guys,
my
that's
character is
their word.
fairly filled out. My vice is candy, sugar, and all types of alien confections. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And Pian, have you thought about anything for your character?
Yes, I have.
Cool.
I'm thinking.
Did you just check to make sure you weren't muted?
Yes, I did.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
So I'm thinking about making a Kai,
Oh, okay, cool.
who is a muscle.
Nice.
Yes, I've never played a more I mean, I guess I guess you could have counted wow, I can't remember my old character's name.
Vey?
Hey, Orchid.
Hey, that was it. Orchid, yes. I guess you could kind of count May as a muscle-ish person, but I've never done a real
Yeah.
I'm
The
like that.
the muscle's cool because they're very broad. Like they're what's his
Put the
face?
muscle and the hunter together and made it one.
Yeah. They're I can't remember his name from Firefly, but
I think I know the goofy guy.
no, the
Yeah, he was super goofy.
bigger
Jane?
guy, huh?
Jane?
Jane, yes. Kind of like Jane from Firefly, who
Yeah.
when there were those hey, they're a problem, take care of them, and Jane would just go do a thing, and there's
Yeah.
you can beat people up, you can shoot people, you're very good at fighting
you-
things.
If you want the Apocalypse World equivalent, you're looking at the Gunlugger.
The gun
I
lover.
never, Michael.
If you want to play the baddest ass in any role-playing game ever, play a Gunlugger. I'm
Gunlugger's
just
really
gonna
good.
tell you that now.
Very cool. Very cool. We have a good spread. That's good. So before we dig into the mechanics of creating the characters, I think we need to make the most important decision: what ship we're going to use. So, in this version of the game, because it's still technically in creation right now, in development. Right now, it's pretty well fleshed out at this point. And there's basically more stuff to be coming. So at this point, there are 3 ships. There are, and the name is obviously not like tied down. There's the Star Dancer, which is illicit merchants and blockade runners. So that one is smuggler, very Firefly-y. Like you take on smuggling jobs. You do like, like blockade runners. You like you're transporters. And you like move stuff around and such. And these are very similar to the crew. Basically, this is the equivalent of the crew in Blades. Like you pick your ship, and your ship comes with different things, like different abilities for you, different things you can have. In this, instead of like turf and such, like you would have in Blades, in this you have certain like things on your ship, like particle cannons or smuggling compartments or afterburners or whatever. And that's dependent on like the type, like the type of ship you have, like tells you like what it comes with to start, and then you can upgrade to other stuff in the future. The abilities, the different upgrades you can get, the different contacts you have from the start, and such and so on.
Let's go through all the. What are the other 2 ships?
Yeah, the other 2 ships are the Cerberus, which is extraction specialists and bounty hunters. So that one is very Cowboy Bebop.
That's the one I want.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are all kind of in agreement on that from our pre-show discussions.
It sounded like that.
I'm open to Cerberus or Fire Drake. I don't want to explicitly work for the oppressive government. Is my hope.
Well, a Star Dancer does not explicitly work for the oppressive government.
No.
either,
I mean, the Cerberus doesn't work for the oppressive government either. I'm good with that.
They work for whomever.
Yeah, all three of them can work for whoever, really. And so the last ship that's here is the Fire Drake, which is rebels and criminals. Very Star Wars, New Hope, or any of the original Star Wars trilogy, really.
Millennium Falcon, basically.
And Rogue One. It's the Millennium Falcon. People go on the ship.
Fire Drake feels very Rogue One.
Yeah, definitely very Rogue One. You like, because there's a kind of a Empire equivalent in this game called the Hegemony. And they're similar to the Empire, but they're bigger than the Empire. Like it's not like Warhammer, where it's like they control literally everything, and if you even say anything bad about the Hegemon, you're gonna die. But it's like they rule the sector essentially, and it's a very tight grip, and people don't like them. So that's why it's more like the Empire. Yeah, they're legally distinct enough from the Empire.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm cool with that.
So
I like that it automatically comes with a brig. It's just like that's a thing you have to have.
Oh yeah. The Cerberus does. Or no, which one does the
Cerberus? The Cerberus.
Yes, the Cerberus automatically has a brig. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So so smugglers, bounty hunters, and rebels are essentially kind of and obviously you like taking on that ship and saying we're taking the bounty hunter ship doesn't mean like, oh, guess we're only ever going to be like chasing people down and catching them. You can still take other stuff and like do other stuff. Yeah, you can still do other stuff within the job.
Well, we
don't have to take people. We can take their pets and have them for blackmail.
You execute a successful extraction or capture a bounty. So that's like
so you get XP for that.
High-valued VIPs, stealing.
Yeah, and then obviously there's going to be
war zones, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and there's obviously going to be like other stuff within the job too, because like it might be like, oh, you have to get into this place and then get this bounty, or like this person's been wreaking a bunch of havoc, and they destroyed a ship, like rescued the ship, and then bring that person in, or something or stuff like that.
I'm trying to think of a good comparison for this, like in sci-fi. Can anyone else think of any
for
this particular ship?
The ship from Outlaw Star.
Yeah, it's got grapplers.
It's got the grapplers.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was like. The
it feels kind of Boba Fett-y a
Mhm.
little bit.
Yeah. Kind of like the bounty hunters in Star Wars. Cowboy Bebop. They do bounty stuff in there. Yeah, like Outlaw Star, like you mentioned. But yeah, you check out stuff and go after it. So there's a lot of stuff saying for Cerberus. Are we feeling on leaning that way, everybody?
I'm good with Cerberus.
Yeah, Cerberus.
Okay. Pian, are you cool with the Cerberus?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Coolio. Sounds good.
Okay, actually, you know what? We were destined to take this because one of the ship/crew upgrades is smooth criminals plus one stress.
Yes. I noticed that before.
So, we have to.
Yep.
We have to. We can't not.
I'll pull up the ship sheet then while we figure this stuff out, and then we can fill it out as we go. But yeah, I'm sorry. Let's do your characters first. So now that we have decided on the ship, let's fill out the sheets for your characters. So I believe everybody should have their own sheet in Roll20 now. Bishop, jail person. Yep, cool. Yeah, everyone should have it. Everyone should have their sheet. We got that. So, the first step. Go back to character creation. All right. Choose starting and special ability. So if you've played Blades or seen Blades or watched like the roleplay Blades or the Bloodletters or Smooth Criminals, or Never Sunny or any of the other great Blade shows that there are, you will be very familiar with this character creation. But yeah, we'll walk through it, so everybody can kind of fill out their stuff as we go. So choose starting and special ability. Have everyone pick those out.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, I guess cool. Okay. Starting
I like that
ability
my
and
name is
special-
both Bishop and my alias is also Bishop because no one knows if it's my real name or my nickname or my first name or my last name.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So let's go down the row and mention like this would be a good chance to say what the sheet is like good at. So if you want to talk about like the other abilities that we're like thinking about or like what you're aiming kind of to do, because like you can be a pilot but you can aim it towards different things, or you can be like a muscle but aim it towards different things or whatever. So yeah, Michael, how about you tell us what your starting ability is, and then what ability you're choosing from your list of abilities.
The pilot, as I said, is a ship handling wizard with an addiction for danger. Your starting ability is Ace Pilot. You have potency on all speed related rolls. When you roll to resist the consequences of piloting, gain +1 die.
Nice.
So it's pretty solid, actually. Like it means I'm going to be like our ship wheelman, basically, which I'm excited for.
Yeah,
I
cool.
haven't gotten to play that kind of archetype yet. And I was going to take Traveler. You come through around cultures and xenos, you gain potency. When attempting to consort or sway them. But I'm also feeling like Exceed Specs could be kind of fun. While on board a ship, you may damage the ship systems to have access to gain 1d on +1 effect on a roll, which just sounds great to me because there's that thing in sci-fi where the pilot's like, oh shit, okay, what do I got to do? And like the limiter on the like G forces is there, and he just like rips it out, and then he like does the impossible maneuver.
Yeah.
That sounds fun to me, and that might be something I build towards. But I think I'm going to take Traveler for now.
Cool. Okay. Got it.
Do you want us to do like our heritage and background?
That'll be next.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, traveler. You've dealt with a lot of other cultures and xenos and stuff.
I'm a well-traveled guy.
Mhm. Yeah, and we can go over like the narrative and the fiction of it. That'll probably come up in like heritage and background and stuff too. Awesome. So smooth mage.
Yes.
How about you tell us your starting ability and then what ability you're choosing from the list?
I'm going to be the Stitch, aka the Doctor.
Cool.
My starting ability, I'm not a doc. I'm a doctor, not a blank or dot dot dot. You can push yourself to roll your doctor rating while performing a difficult action. Say which patient research or posting taught you how to do this trick.
Cool. Yeah.
So basically, I'm like, I need to be able to shoot this gun. Where do I remember when I saw a gun getting shot? Have a flashback.
That one time you had to put together some guy with only a staple gun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like shooting a gun, right?
Yeah. It's very yeah. So basically, you call back on your experience as a doctor to like do other things with your vast knowledge.
The Doctor also being a secret badass is totally a trope in sci-fi.
Oh,
that I
absolutely, it
love.
is.
Imagine that.
Totally. Cool.
Let me see. I got moral compass. When you do the right thing at the cost of yourself, mark XP of any category.
Nice. Cool. Awesome.
I would try my best to be the nice guy.
Very cool. Kelsa, how about your starting ability and the one you're choosing?
So normally a scoundrel has a starting ability that so scoundrels are a scrappy survivor with more luck than brains. Normally they have the starting ability serendipitous, where the crew starts with an extra gambit, which is really good and powerful. However, I wanted to be a Xeno, and instead I'm taking the Xeno starting ability,
Cool.
which says that I can spend stress, GM's discretion how much, in order to do things that only my Xeno can do.
Yeah.
So it means if I need to squeeze through a small space, I'll be able to spend stress to get through it because I am a gel person. Things like that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And then I've taken the first special ability of I know a guy. So when we first dock at a port after being away, pick one and ask the GM about a job. It's not too deadly. It pays well enough. It's not a rush job. It comes from a faction you trust.
Cool.
It targets an enemy you have. So you can pick one of those things and then as guaranteed, and the others maybe not. But you can spend an additional cred to have an additional feature. So if we want it to not be deadly and come from a faction we trust, maybe we're spending a cred on that.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Yeah, so you've like kind of similar to Michael's. You travel around a lot, but yours is more relating to people.
Like
people know,
businesses.
yeah, business. People know you. People trust you to get the job done and such. Awesome.
And her heritage is Xeno, but her background is labor. She was in IT before, or they were in IT before they came out to the stars. Got really bored of just fixing things, but it also makes them very good at hacking. So
cool.
That's where they are at.
Awesome. Pian, how about you tell us what the muscle starting ability is, and then the ability you're going to be choosing as your starting one.
The muscle starting ability is unstoppable. You can push yourself to do one of the following: perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman, or engage a small gang on equal footing in close combat.
That's really good.
Now, do you want that, or do you want to be a Xeno, or do you want your Xeno powers? Is the question.
That's pretty good.
I think I'm gonna stick with muscle.
Okay.
Yeah, because that means like, well, that's the thing where it's that. Well, that's the thing where it's like, there's 5 of us and only 1 of you, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are really outnumbered, aren't you?
No, she could be
Like-
a pupperfish, basically. When she gets mad, she gets like really
No,
slow.
I'm doing a Kai.
Oh, you're doing a Kai.
Yeah, not gonna be doing that.
Cool.
Who's a Kai? I don't know.
Kai is like the
Go check the pinned posts. We just
think
went over this.
Twi'leks. Think Twi'leks from Star Wars.
You know what?
Similar to Twi'leks, yeah. So yeah, I think so. Now that we're talking about your character, I can talk about that. So the Kai are one of the So yeah, so some of the xenos we created. Kelsey talked about her thing that she came up with, the gels. One of the ones, the other ones, because basically since we started doing this, I've been pumping out alien races like a couple times a week. So one of them are the Kai, which are a they're gender fluid because their race can morph themselves, and so they never develop the concept of like having any sort of binary in that. They've got like weird kind of fluorescent blue skin, and then their genetics let them kind of shift things about themselves, so they can be like a little taller.
Not the chai. The chai.
I'm sorry. Sith and I were making chai puns earlier in Discord, and so you know, the chai. Yes, thank you, Sith.
So much chai.
Yeah, so they can like shift themselves a little bit, so they can like be a little bit taller, be a little bit shorter, be a little like make their arms a little bit longer, change around their parts that they have, and such. They've got like weird, like their hair is like those weird like fiber optic things that the light shines through, and it can make the weird colors on it. They got white eyes, and like they've got like they can like kind of make like a little like background color to them. And yeah, they're very inspiration from the Twi'lek or the Asari from Mass Effect, kind of like that. But yeah, so they can similar to the gels in a way where the gels can very much the gel can like slip under a door, but the Kai can like
The Kai have like a skeleton where the gel does not.
yeah. So the Kai's change is more like slight physical alterations and not like a complete polymorphic. You can just put you into a cup or whatever. Yeah, so that's what that.
I can definitely fit into a cup.
You were definitely jarred at some point because someone was mad at you. Is that how we met? Is like I like busted you out of a jar or something?
It is now.
Yay!
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So the muscle, that's which is a really really good starting ability. You can push yourself to a fourth. Yeah. So like if there's like a big mass metal door and it's like no, you can't lift this, and like but I can. Or yeah, the thing where like there's like 6 people and you can just fight them as if you were 6 people, which is super good. And then have you figured out which other ability you're going to be taking?
Yes, sirree, Bob. I am choosing ready for anything. When being ambushed, you gain potency to all actions during a flashback, and your first flashback costs 0 stress.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, so if you guys ever get like ambushed in something, you can just be like, well, actually, I prepared for this because I've got this thing, and I'm going to like set up an action for myself.
A bunch of bombs outside the door.
Yep.
Fight me, Tux.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Please tell me that's your actual character voice.
I would do it too. You know I would.
That's exactly why I said it.
Awesome. Cool. Good. So we have all of our abilities chosen. Let's do background and heritage in the same kind of wraparound. So
I already did it.
it's okay. We can do it again. Michael, how about you tell us about your heritage and your background?
So Bishop was born to a single mother that's a part of the hegemony, and got bored or fed up. It's not expressly clear.
You're a Disney princess.
Either way, I left maybe violently. And then became a gun runner.
Got it. I'll just write that down for you. Heritage Disney princess.
Yes. Okay. It is actually on my character sheet now. Thank you.
Awesome.
If you donate at me, you can dress me and tux up like a Disney princess for a week. No, it's not a thing. Yeah.
Cool.
So he became a gun runner.
Got it. Yeah. So hegemony
running
bastard.
around with a bunch
cool.
of Xenos. kind of developed a bit of a reputation as a I'm not going to say ladies' man, but as like a people's man because he's bi.
Cool.
So he
Awesome.
shot, flew, drank, and banged his way across the universe. And
Very
that's
good. Cool.
Where we find him now.
Awesome. Yep, Underworld Gunrunner and awesome, cool. Smooth. How about you tell us your background? Sorry. What dots are you choosing because of those two things?
I am choosing scrap.
And?
Because
you got one from your heritage and one from your background.
I thought you got one from your heritage, one from your background, and two in anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I was asking which, like, I was gonna say, like because of your heritage, what dot are you choosing?
Scrap and consort.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Very good.
Are there descriptions for each of the backgrounds and?
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, yeah. So there's the ones on the ones on the sheet can like mean whatever you want them to, really. Like, or if you have like a question on something.
They're like a generic category.
Yeah.
And then you put more into that.
Yeah, like imperial can basically mean like you were part of the like the hegemonies thing or whatever, like spacer, you're from space, or like you a colonist, you were on a colony. It's very generic for you to take what you want to do with. And if you have a question on anything, yeah, feel free to ask or like clarify or
just to clarify, it's you get the 3 from your playbook, 2 from your background, and 2 from anywhere else.
One from your heritage, 1 from your background, and then 2 extra.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I can still do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Smooth Mage, how about you? Your heritage and then your background.
Okay. My heritage is manufactured. My background is synetic. Or am I pronouncing that right?
Syndicate.
Wait a minute, syndicate. Damn, I read that wrong.
You're a part of organized crime.
I was gonna say you might want to.
I think I'm gonna change that.
Okay, I was gonna say syndicate because syndicate means organized
Maybe
crime.
clergy or like religious life.
I'm gonna go with
That would be
academics.
cult.
Academics.
Academics.
Academic. Okay, cool.
Change that. Just.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, Farg. I think that's what you thought it read synthetic, but it's syndicate. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about crimes.
yeah.
My fellow brothers probably do. The other clone patch, they're very high criminals.
Cool.
More mongrels.
And then what dots are you choosing because of this?
I'm choosing. I put 1 in the study, which I already have 1 in the study, making it 2. I put 1 into scramble because sometimes you have to hide.
Yep.
And I put 2 in attune because of the genetic experiments of trying to make forced clones.
Awesome. Cool.
Manufactured to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 2 doctor, 2 study, 1 scramble, and 2 attune.
So I think this is a good chance. What do you mean by academic? Like, were you like at a university, or were you just like studying around, or?
Oh, basically, I studied and got my 3 doctorates.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just 3.
Well, when you're 6 years old,
Awesome. Cool.
That's how most of met most of the people I know.
Yeah. So manufactured, you were made by the Yaru, and then academic, you studied a bunch and got your doctorates, and now you're out and about doing.
But no one wants to hire clones, so here I am. It's like hire a clone. I could just buy one.
I guess. Well, is it known that you're like a clone, or is it kind of like a?
I thought you had to be marked when you're a clone.
Not well. I was because basically in a regular Yaru factory, they make them, they like pump them out on the assembly line, and then they mark them to show, hey, this is a Yaru. But you were the weird special case. Like you were like part of a special, like, hey, Division X. What if we had Yaru, but they were super smart and had weird powers? And they're like, okay, we'll make a few of those. And then they made you and your brothers.
They went rogue.
Right, yeah, and then shit went down.
This was a bad idea.
Right, exactly. Somehow they didn't realize that would be a terrible idea for them.
Except for that one that didn't, rebel too much.
I'm sure. But yeah, that's why I was thinking.
when you like go for a medical facility like of high class, they usually want to do a background check of you, and when you check that you're 6 years old, they look at you kind of funny. It's hard to find a job employment. It's the sucky thing about doing the right thing.
Yeah, but
You're honest.
but yeah. So that's what I was. That's what I was like. So like, you're not necessarily marked by them. So like, I was gonna basically leave that up to you to be like, do you let it out that you're a Yaru, or do you kind of like,
When I put in the application, it's like 6 years old, and I just put it in, and it's like, well, why are you? I was created on this planet, or and then it's like, explain created. I'm a Yaru.
okay? So just so you know, that means that word's gonna spread around about you, and
Fair enough.
people are going to come after you. Because if it gets spread around like, oh hey, they have a Yaru that also has weird powers, that's going to be a
But-
thing.
We're gonna have to kill bitches.
But technically, I earned my citizenship by doing the right thing.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. Okay, do you know what? Then time to be secret Yaru.
Okay, there we go.
I
Dude,
put
we
on
know
a
you're a
new
Yaru.
disguise, and I learned from my mistakes. So if you're just gonna lie, I do have these doctorates. Just don't look into them.
No, yeah, cool. I'll talk. Okay, cool, totally. Got it. Awesome.
I lie about my age. I'm really
Very good. Cool. Kelsa, I know you mentioned them before, but can you say them again, and then we can go over the Dotsie chills for them too.
Yes. So my heritage is being a Xeno, being a gel, and I'm taking a dot in Scramble for just being made, not having feet, and being able to glorp over stuff. Makes sense to me.
Cool.
And then their background is I put it in labor. I think that one made the most sense. Tech support, IT,
Okay.
Glorb.
Sure.
I gave myself a dot and hack for that.
Awesome. Cool. So I guess do you want to talk about like where you came were you born on like the gel homeworld, or were you born elsewhere and then kind of came to kind of like move around and got a job, or I guess what's the like?
I feel like they were probably either born on the gel homeworld or in the gel like home system, but moved around as like a child with their parental units, and eventually decided that instead of going back to the homeworld with them, they were going to set out on their own. Got a job, started moving spaceship to spaceship, until eventually just doing manual labor of keeping systems in line was too tedious for them, and they decided that maybe something a little bit more risky was their speed. So
cool. How I guess we can probably explore it in other stuff too, but yeah, I'm very curious to see how it go from like IT worker to like
bounty hunter
to scoundrelly bounty hunter that lives on the edge of legality.
Yeah, I think maybe they took a job as like IT on a ship of another scoundrel crew, and was just keeping their head down and doing their job. But then they're like, wait a minute, it would be why can't I do what they're doing and get like a higher cut of pay instead of getting an hourly rate just to keep the ship running?
And is that when you got jarred?
Probably.
That's when you got jarred, and then Bishop, for whatever reason, showed up. Just like
awesome. Cool.
just smash,
cool.
unceremoniously smash jar and just let you out.
That sounds amazing.
Awesome. And Pien, let's talk about your heritage and your background.
So my heritage is going to be Wanderer. I've just been like going back from place to place, and with my cult.
Oh, great. Tell us about your cult.
We haven't gotten to that part yet. I'll let you know by the beginning of the next session.
Great. Okay. What dots are you choosing for those?
I am choosing. Which ones did I choose? I chose one in Scramble for being a wanderer, like having a.
Sure.
I just
And then-
realized I'm the straight man archetype. What? That never
That
happens.
sounds about right.
And then. I'm not sure for the call right now because I'm not sure what the call was about yet.
Okay,
So
okay.
once I get that down, I will let you know.
Okay,
I
cool.
will definitely let you know before next session.
Cool.
Or before the first session. Like.
Cool. And then awesome. So that's everyone's heritage and background. Let's go
Wanna take
on.
a break,
Uh,
or do we want to just keep going and like finish up? Because right now all we really got to do is pick the stuff for the ship, and then we're done.
Where'd that go? Well, let's talk about your items carried. Your action dots. Well, we have to do your so there's a couple more things for the characters. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get into actual play this session.
I just
Right.
realized something awesome. Every 10 years, I switch aliases.
Perfect. No, it's perfect.
Are you guys good with just pushing through, or do you want to take a break?
Let's push through.
I can push through.
Okay, I can push through.
Do you need a break?
I mean, I was gonna get some like water and stuff.
Oh yeah, go get some
Yeah,
water.
let's take a break. Or
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
okay with this.
All
'cause
right,
I
let's
want
take a
water
break.
too.
yeah. Let's take a break. It's gonna be a short break. And we're gonna come back and finish. We got a few more things for character creation, and then we're gonna create the ship. I don't think we're gonna get into like actual play this session. I guess we'll see. Like if we have like another full hour, we may or may not. But if we get into the hour, then we'll probably leave it for next time. But yeah, we'll see you in just a little bit.
right, we're only 3 hours this time slot.
That's true.
I forgot.